Hello my lovelies, how are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Here's some messages coming through for you today, and what I'm hearing is we are at a turning point. And there's no way back. So whichever way the signposts are pointing us, the energetic signposts, is for us to pay attention to them. So even though a part of us might want to resist change, for some of us it's massive change. There is an energetic turning point, which if we follow the signs, will bring us to a more of a sense of vibrant, robust, enthusiastic, joyful existence. For some of us, we're very keen and eager to reach a turning point, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you turn back the way you've come. Because that really would be futile. But we can take things with us which will assist us on this new pathway. What I'm hearing now is "Turn again, Dick Whittington, Lord Mayor of London." So if you know that fairy tale, that story, based on a true event apparently, Richard Whittington was fed with stories when he was young that the streets of London were paved with gold. And he set off on an adventure to London with very little. He had just his belongings tied in a handkerchief on a pole over his shoulder, and he found himself very disappointed when he got to London and found that the streets were not paved with gold, that things were very, very difficult. And after a while he gave up and started to head back home. But he reached a certain signpost and he heard the words, "Turn again, Dick Whittington, Lord Mayor of London." And because he followed this sign, this signal, and he did turn, he turned around, and he headed off towards London again, and sure enough, after some years, he became the Lord Mayor. So in some sense this is, if you think of the status of a Lord Mayor, in a metaphysical sense, it means a higher consciousness, a raising of our vibrations. When you listen to the internal messages, the signals that point you in a new direction, a turn in the road, a turn in the path, So whatever signals or messages you receive over this weekend, to pay attention to them. And it's about not giving up, trying again, having another go, taking another chance. And when we do that willingly, with a purpose and a goal in mind, that things will be better this time. Then go for it. I feel the message here also is about having no regrets. Because when we reach a turning point, we have a decision to make, a choice. And so if we follow what our spirit, our soul advises, encourages us to do, that gives us that feeling of joy and fulfillment, fullness of life. But the regrets can come from our egos, because we're so programmed to be nice to others, not disappoint anybody, seek people's approval. But what if, when you get to the end of your journey in this lifetime, that you have many regrets because you didn't take that path when you reached that turning point? This energy is about your soul's growth and expansion and adding to all that is. So if we just sit and wait for something to show up, it's never going to happen. So you might have heard the phrase from a member of your family or others around you as you were growing up: if you didn't do what they wanted you to do, they might say, "Oh, please yourself." And that is a very good idea. Please yourself first, not in an egotistical way, but please yourself, your higher self. Pay attention to the directions your soul is showing you. Oh, here we have a bee. Oh, there they are, they're having a wonderful time. This smells of cabbage, this plant. It's a member of the cabbage family, where we get oilseed rape from. Ooh. And we have some lovely playtime here. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there's a swimmer. There you are. I very much doubt she'll go in. Yeah. She might paddle, but that's about it. Yeah. Wow. There we are. He's got both in his mouth. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah. Wow. So here we have a yin and a yang, a black dog and a white dog. Oops. And you may have heard the phrase of having a black dog on your shoulder. And Winston Churchill, I don't know if he coined the phrase, but I know it was used by him. And it meant for him that he was very depressed, that he couldn't lift himself up out of the glooms and depression. So this wonderful encounter here is a lovely indication of the glooms lifting off our shoulders. This joyful, 2 balls in his mouth, this joyful, joyful animal having such fun. Going with the flow, so he's in the water, he's going with the flow. He's released all of his negative emotions.
He's taken them away.
Yeah, yeah, you are clever. Yeah.
No, that's too far. Here, come here. No, they're too far away.
And Misha's dying to join in, but I don't think she really wants to get her belly wet. No. Wow. What a clever hand. This is also an indication of juggling. In the tarot, it could be the 2 of coins. You know, having 2 choices. But he's chosen both. This hound has chosen both. Misha, no. Thank you. Oh, she's pinched it. Look at her. Don't let anyone take a choice away from you. And that's what she's done. She's nicked somebody else's ball. Well, she'll give it back. So we'll carry on round the field and see what else shows up. Here we have such beautiful wild flowers. Absolutely gorgeous display. Now the black dog's name was Nelson, which I find very interesting. It was Admiral Lord Nelson, was Admiral of the Fleet at the Battle of Trafalgar, and he lost an eye and an arm in one of the skirmishes, battles, sea battles, but he still carried on even though he was maimed, disabled. Oh, we have ducky ducks coming. So when I've said to you, lovely viewers in the past, notice what you notice. and we see what shows up. There's always more than one message. So we know of Nelson and his career, but also he is stuck on the most enormously high plinth in the middle of Trafalgar Square, where only the pigeons can really get a good look at him, and it's hundreds of feet high. Take off time. So I feel the encounter I've just had with the black dog, happily swimming,